All right, bro, what's good?
How you doing?
All right, for people who don't know you, introduce yourself.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Young Activist, also known as YA, community activist. You know, I'm about my people first and foremost, and trying to do the best to be a people's champion.
Where are you from?
I'm from Aurora, Colorado originally.
Aurora?
Aurora, yep.
So what schools you end up going to?
I went to a plethora of different schools. But, high school-wise, I went to Overland High School, and I went to Prairie Middle School, but then I transferred to the east side and graduated from Manual. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't graduate, but I went to Manual.
That's what T-Boss?
Yes, sir.
That's why we got that energy.
Man, so how was your childhood growing up out here?
Man, I was raised, in the typical lifestyle, that 80% of us is raised in, right? Or black mom. You know what I'm saying? A black mom trying to make it. And, I was taught at a very young age a lot of different things that I probably shouldn't have been taught. You know what I'm saying? We was heavily in the Christian church. My mom is a non-denominational Christian. And then when I was about 19 years old, my mom ended up marrying this dude. And we ended up moving to like the more suburban area of Aurora. So like when I was in like middle school, I went to Prairie. In the Aurora public schools and the Cherry Creek public schools, education system is heavily different. Yeah. Cherry Creek's public school is pushing you for college and like going to like Harvard, Yale, etc. Like more pristine schools, while Aurora public schools teaches kids of color. And so the education system gap was crazy. So when I went to Prairie, I was effing it up. My grade, my GPA was for the all day, you know what I'm saying? And I went to classes every day, but I just didn't care about school, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was constantly working, so she ain't never sat down with me and taught me, like, when I was 16 years old, I had a 6th grade reading level, you know what I'm saying? Like 1.7 GPA, like really bad, to be honest.
You just wasn't fucking with it.
I was completely, I was neglecting my education, and at home my education was neglected. So there was no real in-depth analysis or critical thinking skills that allowed me to really take it seriously. Right. I was a typical nigga. I went to play football, play basketball, in sports, worried about girls. All I was worried about was getting my penis wet. You know what I'm saying? I had no real value in who I was. Okay. And so, that's all I was, that was pretty much my life.
You got any siblings?
Yeah, I got 6 siblings. One died though when I was 14. He got killed by police officers. And so that hurt my mom, because my mom had him at like 16 years old. And that was her road dog, you know what I'm saying? He died at 24 years old. Because he was mentally disabled, so he had like epileptic seizures that affected his brain, had brain surgery, was on heavy medication. Right. So in school he was like heavily bullied for like epilepsy and a bunch of other stuff. He got a little bit older, and then he ended up going to group homes. You know what I'm saying? He graduated high school, but it was like a pass, but it wasn't like legitimate high education. And he ended up going to group homes after group homes, and he kept trying to escape, having manic episodes, and then they ended up pushing him out to Greeley. He tried to escape one more time from the group home. Police arrested him. He ended up having a seizure in jail, and they knew he was mentally disabled, and
they didn't do nothing?
Yeah, they let him die.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying, that destroyed my mom. And so when I came home, she told us, what happened. I was probably like 14. My siblings, they was like 17, 20 something. And so, that was the first time I probably really experienced trauma. Yeah. And so it completely changed my mom and mine's dynamic and relationship, because I'm her only other son, on that side. And so going to school, she was constantly trying to utilize that grieving as like, she was trying to put her grieving on mine. On my walk in life. Like I was able to get past that, but my mom stayed in that mentality of mourning and grieving over that circumstance. And
that shit becomes a cage, man.
Yeah, and now I became the person she was utilizing that victim tool on. And it traumatized me so much, like she was crying every night for like 2 years. And so, at that same time, that's when my father came into my life. And he apologized for not really being there when I was growing up, because he was there, but not to the extreme he could be. Yeah. And the older I got, the more I realized that my mom like intentionally blocked him away from seeing me. You know what I'm saying?
That's common.
Yeah, she blocked him away, and I realized that just even when I was building a relationship with him, she took my phone so I couldn't talk to him.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just crazy stuff. And this is after my brother died. So she was like overly protective. She wanted me to feel the way she felt. She wanted me to look at my father the way she looked at him. And mind you, she's married. You know what I'm saying? So she's moved on, but she wanted my father to be my enemy, just like she was his enemy subconsciously.
It's
right?
like a classic case of misery loves company.
Yeah, and that creates an emasculation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm becoming emasculated, looking at my dad as the devil. You know what I'm saying? When I should look at him as the hero. And it's because you've been conditioned and hurt from y'all experiences, and so now I have to reap that. And you're creating a bias, an internal bias in my brain, right? And you know, when talking and dealing with my mom, that definitely hurt for sure. And I had a resentment towards her for a while during that time period. Like, I didn't talk to my mom. I didn't tell her about my graduation when I graduated, stuff like that. It was really hurtful for sure.
So what steps did you take, like, to kind of reconcile that whole situation, like get past the cage she was trying to put you in, and hopefully make amends with your mom and get back on the right track?
It took years. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was living with my pops, man, my father started teaching me who I was biblically. Jesus was black. Things I never heard before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who we were in the Bible, that we God's chosen. The same thing Kanye and Kyrie's getting canceled for, I found that out years ago. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is like, when I was being taught that changed my whole dynamic and perspective on life. I went from a neglectful kid in school, not caring about my education, to being top of my class. I went from a 1.7 GPA in school with a 6th grade reading level to a 4.2 GPA in a matter of 1 year with like a college ready reading level in 1 year.
You know, just dad's motivation.
Yeah.
And knowing you can actually do it. You always had the ability to be that.
For sure. And I was still playing football. And I realized I actually hate football. Like, I love it, it's fun to play, but I have unrealistic dreams. You know, I could be better than a ball player. You know what I'm saying? I could use my mind instead of my body. You know, but I've been conditioned to feel like I have to use my body to be successful. And so I was doing that, you know, varsity, starting 2 ways, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing. And, you know, I just appreciate the fact that he came in. And I'm a real big advocate for black fathers. I always give them the benefit of the doubt because I understand the importance of it because of my experiences. I understand the value of it, and we are always the villain to the world. Definitely. You'll hear niggas ain't shit all day long, and we'll give the benefit of the doubt always to the mothers. But the thing is, when black men ran our communities, that was the best black people have ever been in the history of America. The Black Wall Streets, right? You get like the Tulsa, Oklahoma, you get all that. There was no gang violence when black men ran the communities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was no murder. Before they started
breaking up the households and shit.
When they broke up the households, that created that conditioning. And now we still are getting marginalized. Like, we're the misogynist, right?
Oh, yeah.
We don't even have no power in our own community. People talk about toxic masculinity, but black men don't run nothing. 92% of school systems is ran by women. You know what I'm saying? 80%, 85% of our neighborhoods is ran by women. You know what I'm saying? And then who do we get? Maybe 2 hours with our coaches. So that means 87% of your life, you're influenced through women, whether you're a man or a woman. Yeah. Where's the masculinities to be toxic? How can you call somebody a toxic masculine? We don't even have the ability to be masculine. Right. We don't even practice that.
We don't know what that is.
Most of us think what a man is from what we've been taught by a woman. And then we put a bunch of hoes on a pedestal that don't really deserve to be on a pedestal. Because we've been taught they're queens.
You talking that shit, boy. Yes,
like,
sir.
It's the truth.
Yes, sir, it is.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you want to grab your balls and talk real and be
you
man.
Toxic. You're wrong.
Now you're hated. No, you're hated.
Yeah.
You're ostracized. If Jesus was alive right now, he'd be hated. Because he'd be speaking the same thing. The whole thing is we have to be strong enough to look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, it's time to be men. You know what I'm saying? But we're scared to do it. You know why? Because we're scared to not get that box no more.
Do you think that's something that's only in America, or is it worldwide?
It's in Eurocentric communities. Okay. So anywhere where Europeans run the world, that's where this is happening. This is not just happening in America. It's happening where white people run the world. Yeah. They push the agenda of women running, you know, a man's role when it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about this. Like, women aren't equal to men. They're complementary. We are complementary towards each other. A wide receiver is not a quarterback. A running back ain't a lineman. We all play roles, but people are scared of those roles. You know, the funny thing was, I was talking to a sister today. Sister was like, man, I hate traditional roles and how, you know, those gender roles are oppressive. And I was just like, cool. So let's say there was a mouse that just skirted around this skirted around the floor right now. What you about to do?
We gotta get it. Yeah,
and guess who you gonna expect to take care of it and get the mouse traps and all that? Your car break down, you gonna call a man to come and fix it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing, that's a gender role. Because you should be able to do it if you're talking about traditional gender roles. See, the thing is we play gender roles when it's convenient.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But when it's things you don't want to do, that's when you don't want to play the gender roles no more.
Man, you know what I've been seeing lately? I've been seeing like a lot of women living a single man's lifestyle and they don't know it.
Oh, yeah. You know, man.
They don't know it.
Man, the same shorty said, 20 years old, I can't see myself getting married. This is women saying this.
Yeah.
I see more men desiring marriage nowadays than women. That is crazy. We've been taught the Cinderella stories, the Snow White stories, right? We've been taught Princess Tiana, whatever, of all these people getting married. You know what I'm saying? But we can't do that. We scared, like our sisters don't want to get married no more. They scared to be wives. Because guess what? Being a wife means you have to be committed to one man under submission. And that's scary.
And you gotta be accountable for your fuck ups too.
And then when they ready to get married, they 35.
They all ran through and got all them kids. we don't want that no more.
We don't want them. We're gonna go get the young tenderoni who's 25 years old and ready.
That's moldable and impressionable. Yeah. And we'll shut the fuck up and listen.
The difference between a man and a woman is, see, we get more attractive the older we get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A man's financial stride, especially black man's America, is 33 years old. That's when men win the sexiest man in America, like Michael B. Jordan. You know, he was the braided cornrow kid in the 20s. By the time he got 30, he was a sex icon. Even white men like Chris Evans, you know, Chris Hemsworth. You know, you look at Drake, you know what I'm saying, when he grew out his beard. J. Cole. Any of these men, they're reaching their primes in their 30s. And that's sexually appealing to women. While women's sexual appeal is early 20s, mid 20s. Once they start reaching that 30, like, it starts objectively being less attractive to general men. You know what I'm saying? The ones who's in their 30s need to be searching for, you know, 50, 60-year-olds. Because at the time, we don't want that no more. And it's not, this is an objective, like, majority of men feel that way. You know what I'm saying? But we are scared to say that because
we're going to get demonized.
Because we're going to get demonized.
Yeah. I would say every man I came across feel that way.
It's the truth. Every man feels that way. Even these weird ass safe nigga Democrats who are in office who be like, I support women's rights, but I guarantee you they gonna play a traditional role at their crib. You know, I hate that, man. We have to stop being scary, and we have to start standing up. And you know, the funny thing is, women respect it. Even if they hate you, they still respect it. And I've seen it with my own two eyes. But we gotta stop being so scary, yo.
Yeah, like save the fucks on your mind,
man.
Keep your standards intact.
Straight up.
Hell yeah. See, I was going to ask you next, like, what got you into activism and, you know what I'm saying, the challenges and all that, but I can just kind of see it's naturally in you. This is not just like something to get that question out of there. This is not like a decision you made one day. I can tell it's just you.
Oh, yeah. This is how I talk every day.
Yeah, I could just tell it's you. There's no, I'm gonna do this. It's in you. Yeah. So, like, yeah, we ain't going to talk about what got you into it because you were born for this shit, bro. But we're going to transition to music.
For sure.
If you're cool with that.
Oh, 100%.
You got anything else to say on the other topics?
Nah, man. If it's easier to open her legs than her mind, she ain't the one.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Bruh, you can learn from a baby. I'm 34, bro.
You still young, man. You just reached your prime.
I know.
This is your sex. This is your sex.
I'm about to be sexy man of the year, bro. This bitch. You feel me?
Yeah, real talk. You just reached your prime, bro.
Man, hell yeah. Shit, hold on. What's up, bitches? bitches that ain't 30 with 5 kids already.
Come on now. And you gonna go younger, I already know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's natural.
All right, we're gonna transition to music, bro. All right, so what or who made you fall in love with music, man?
That's actually interesting. So when I was young, I grew up with contemporary Christian music. My mom forced me to listen to that. Like, open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Jesus, take the wheel. Like, I grew up with like the most traditional Christian white Jesus music to listen to. Yes. We went to like one of those like cool Christian youth pastor churches where they ain't wearing suit and tie and shit.
Oh, they wore sneakers. So
sneakers and cardigans and shit, yeah. That's the type of church I went to. He was a black man, but you know what I'm saying, predominantly it was like a mixed crowd of people. Because you know, like Aurora, Colorado, if you know, you in Colorado, you know Aurora is like a very mixed race. Everybody. So like our church was like that. So, but you know, we of course got to appeal to the white audience because Christianity is for white people. Yeah. And so, we like, it was just constant music like that I grew up with. And so when I got introduced to hip hop, it was like crack. Cause I never like, I grew up with it a little bit, you know, from commercialized music, but when I really got introduced to hip hop, I really would say my big brother, his name is GR Flow, you know what I'm saying? And he like started showing me like songs. He was a freestyler growing up, you know what I'm saying? So I seen his music journey. He's done songs with Tory Lanez, Kevin Gates, you know what I'm saying?
He's been out there.
Yeah, like he's still out there. He still make music. He still sends me tracks. He's an amazing artist. You know, I just wish his content was better. But the whole thing is like, yeah.
You wish he was a little better. You gotta keep working on it.
His content.
Okay.
Not his lyrics.
But like.
His content. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about fucking bitches, let's talk about
some real shit.
Yeah, community driven.
That's hip hop as a whole right now.
Exactly. And so I just wish, you know what I'm saying? Because even the best artists, you look like a Rod Wave, Polo G, you know, even Roddy Ricch. I came from the bottom, down below. Like all of their hardest songs is when they're the most humble, when they're the most vulnerable on tracks. You know what I'm saying? When you're the most vulnerable on tracks, that's what creates a good fan base. Real talk.
Yeah, because they feel like they know you, they can connect.
For real. That's why Lil Baby has taken over the game. Because of his, you know what I'm saying? He makes a song on police brutality. Then makes a song about how all they want to see is on news. I got to put the guns down. I got to stop playing. That's humility. And so the whole thing is, and of course they still push the commercialized agenda, but it's respectable to a degree. I guess what made me fall in love with music is I got introduced with the flows, the cadences, the beat structure. I was already conscious because of my father being in my life and teaching me what I was. So I was like, let me figure out a way to transfer this music cadences, these flows, these beats, and then try to do it in a way that's more relatable and conscious. Let me try to transfer this, because I grew up around trap music. You know, once I started getting introduced to trap, like, that's what my brother listened to.
Who was you exposed to first?
Man, that's a good one. Probably Lil Wayne.
Like that was your first, because you younger.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, Rich Homie Quan. You know what I'm saying? I was in middle school when Rich Homie Quan's first mixtape came out.
Oh, okay.
Like Lil Wayne, Rich Homie Quan, when he like Never Gonna Stop Going In. Like we was listening to that every day.
I just met him in Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? He was
cool as hell.
He was like the man in Atlanta, even before Young Thug. So I was like, you know, introduced to that at a really young age, and so we just constantly bumping that. And then when I started listening to music for myself, and I wasn't being consumed or absorbed through people around me, you know, I really got infatuated with J. Cole. Like, man, bro,
you can't not. That's like one of the realest, man. Yeah,
I loved him. I listened to, you know, like Lights Please. That's probably the song that really made me like J. Cole. Okay. And then like from there, he just was my favorite rapper. Wet Dreams. I was in like in the freshman year, I was listening to Wet Dreams in the class while we was in reading class. I was listening to his whole album, and it just changed me. You know, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. You know what I'm saying?
Still his best album?
I honestly, commercially, yes. Yeah. But his best album is probably Born Center. Like.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
His best album is probably Born Center, or I would say For Your Eyes Only is hard, but Born Center. 2014 Forest Hill Drive with Born Center, for sure.
All right. I'll say my favorite J. Cole song of all time is Kenny Lofton.
Kenny Lofton?
Yeah.
How's that one go?
Shit. I think they only feel a nigga when he dunking the ball or something like that. I gotta play it and shit.
Is it from one of his first couple?
Yeah, it's like from an EP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That shit's hard, but it's called Kenny Lofton.
Yeah.
So would you say like that artist or those artists you mentioned is like your biggest influence on your sound?
For sure. Like I love trap instrumental. Like it's probably my favorite type of instrumentals. Yeah. I like to utilize that, but also infuse consciousness to it.
Hell yeah.
So like it's a really unique mix, and so I would say like instrumentally trap, but like consciously, yeah, I would say like J. Cole for sure. I've been told I sound like him a lot too on my tracks, to be honest. And I'm not even trying to. A little bit. Yeah, I'm not even trying to intentionally sound like him. I guess it's just when you listen to enough of a person, you start sounding like him. You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
Yeah.
You got any particular goals with music?
Yeah, man. Utilize this to wake up my people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Create financial equity, build generational wealth so I can pass it on to my children and teach the secrets to the world.
Chase you when you doing something, you tryna ball. Motherfuckers just mad that down they elevating, they fell off. They writing the sub posts online, they typing tell-offs. Like I won't just pull up where you at and let them
Alright. Well, if somebody like reached out, would you sign with them, or you
no.
trying to stay independent?
Fuck no way. Like we got something going, we've created a plan and a formula, and we gonna succeed on it.
That's the best way to go.
Period. Like,
don't let them put their hands in your pocket.
Man, if I can make $100,000 independently,
You're successful.
I'd rather do that than make, $50,000 but be commercially known throughout the world. Because they're going to take everything you own. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take, and then on top of that, when you sign to a label, you got to pay that money back, so you're in debt. So why would I pay, man, if I'm going to be in debt, I'm about to go buy a house or a parking lot or something of actual value or equity. Yeah, 21 Savage said it on an interview. He said, bro, like, if you got $300,000 to invest in your rap career, go buy property. Fuck that. Because, like, at the end of the day, you're very unlikely to make it, first of all. Everybody sounds the same in the industry. Yep. No one's unique, but everybody thinks they're special. Yep. And I don't think I'm unique. I think I'm normal. And so so I'm going to find people who like my normality, and I'm going to succeed on that and capitalize on it.
I fuck with it. What do you have out? Like,
I've never posted music publicly.
So they've never heard your shit?
Not to the extremes of masses. I've posted snippets this last year. I've been making music for over a year and a half.
Okay.
And I haven't posted anything publicly. I didn't even know if I wanted to be a rapper.
Okay.
But what has happened recently is so many people have heard my music privately, close people and people, generally women. I like asking women how my music is.
Because they be raw.
They're the consumers, yes.
Yeah. They gonna buy more of your shit than anything.
And most women like my music. And so I was just like, cool, that means I got something hot. Yep. So I was just like, let me see where it goes. And I did a quick performance for people. They loved it. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe I can succeed, on an online wave and create like a cult following. I believe it's possible.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Like you had a persona, you have the energy, you have the intellect, you have the look. You know what I'm saying? Like maintaining like with the fro and shit, like the boots, like that's like straight militant type shit. Like keep that.
My dad hates these. He calls these the coon stompers. The Doc Martens. Yeah. He hates these joints. He's like, them is the killer coon as a cracker stomper.
That's what old school shit.
He's like, your Doc Martens is some skinhead boots. What the hell you got on, bro? He's like, yo, you better, man, them look like some swastika boots.
Oh, man.
American Detroit, what is that called? American History X.
Oh, yeah.
You curb stopping joints.
Shit.
Yeah, I love them. It just made me want to make them more and more. You know what I'm saying? I love them.
What do you feel like is your best song you ever made?
Oh, man, preaching, bro. Man, these babies is dying, these mamas is crying. I'm really just tired of funerals. Man, I really just be angry how these churches out here, yeah, they really be selling us hope. I really be hating how we really up on the block and these people out here selling us dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the white man just watching and they out here giving us tropes. And these niggas is depressed out here. They dying, you know what I'm saying? And we out here giving up ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Biblical allegory, because when you give up the ghost, that means you dead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's my favorite song I've ever made. It was my first song I ever made. And I think it emotionally pulls heartstrings. I took me probably 8 months to make that song.
I think that's the one you push and market then.
Yeah, I played it to a couple cats. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one you push then.
But the ones that people like a lot is that Hypocrite joint. Yeah. That's the one people like. The Hypocrite, I think that's probably my most people's favorites. It's not my favorite, but I understand why it's their favorite. Because it's going into a vulnerability that a lot of people were not willing to go to. You're talking about your vulnerabilities.
you give like a lot of shock value. Like, don't tell these motherfuckers what they want to hear and what they comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? What they can relax to. And you smack them in the back of the head, wake their ass up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Telling them uncomfortable truths.
Yeah.
So like, keep doing that. Don't ever soften your blow on them, man. For real. Unless you just making a love song, but like, don't soften your blow because they need that reality check, man.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Man,
So,
I'm an alarm clock.
you what?
I'm an alarm clock. I love to wake up my people from their sleep.
Yeah, like harshly.
Yeah.
You gotta do it harshly.
Yeah.
I saw a video, the Thanksgiving video. You seen that today on social media? The dude with the yellow hair that be rapping. I forgot his name.
Oh man, yellow paint. Yellow paint.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did like a Thanksgiving video.
Yeah, he made it a couple years ago actually.
That was my first time seeing it today. I'm like, damn, I don't want to eat that shit tomorrow.
Oh man. I mean, my favorite Thanksgiving meal is sleep.
Yeah.
Cause that's what I'm gonna be doing all day.
Nice. Like, I know football about to be on all day, so that's what I'm about to be on, man. All right, so what's next? Like, what music?
Man, get on your Goat Talk joint. Support Black owned.
Let's go.
Create independency. You
Let's
feel
go.
what I'm saying? Help you, help me. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna try to take this as far as possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that, and I'll make sure I put in the work to make myself known as successful as I want to be. But see, the thing is about me is, all music is a tool. It's a wrench. You know, I'd rather be Malcolm X than Drake. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be Jesus than Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have that legacy of being a good speaker, being an influencer on a man's mind than on a man's sound, right?
You know the vibe you're giving me right now? Ice Cube
Ice Cube?
in the 90s.
Today was a good day.
That's on Cube right there. That gives you Ice Cube vibes. You ain't about to take no shit from nobody. I look forward to seeing your journey, man. Like, for real. And I look forward to participating. Whatever you need from me, you know I got you.
Oh, for sure.
All right, let's talk about this marketing company you got, man.
Let's do it.
What's the name of it?
It's called YA Media Marketing. I've been doing it since 2019 on paper.
All right. What's the mission?
So the mission is to be able to provide to smaller businesses an opportunity to be able to grow and brand their platform. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for years. I understand marketing to the T. I know what people need in their marketing niche in order to be successful. It requires a lot of work, but we can be able to get it done. What differentiates me from other marketing companies, what differentiates me from other marketing companies is that most marketing companies are worried about numbers. Numbers don't matter. You can have 1,000 people give you $20, that's 20 grand right there. It's about quality over quantity. You can push, your agenda, but you can push your agenda to the people who really care about you. In marketing, it doesn't matter. You can have 20,000 followers and they're keeping your business broke. Or you can have 200 followers and they're giving you, a little bit of bread to eat off of.
Everything you drop.
That's the key. I'm about building relationships with the people. Every time somebody comments on your page, you need to say thank you. I appreciate you. Cause guess what? If Drake commented on your page, or you commented on Drake's page, and he was like, "I see you out here,"
It changed your life.
now you're a Drake fan. Mm-hmm. Now guess what? Every time Drake come out with something, you could have been a Drake hater before. That corny, a simp dude. Now all of a sudden, the hardest dude in the hood loves Drake. Why? Because Drake changed his life with that one comment. And so we got to stop being so Hollywood and allow ourselves to be able to build these relationships with these individuals who are showing love to us. They see we got 600 followers. They see 20 people watch our video. So let's not pretend that comment don't exist. You better invest in that man like he about to give you $1 million. And so that's the thing that differentiates my marketing company from others. You know what I'm saying?
So,
we pushing change with relationships.
So what's the process like when you obtain a client, if you're willing to disclose that?
The process is we come up with a formula. We come up with a plan in order to optimize your following. And the 2 R's, results and relationships, period.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's the key. And we're going to come up with a plan and a formula that works for your niche basis. It doesn't matter what it is.
That bleeds right to the next question. What's the best results you've ever achieved?
The best results I've ever achieved? Oh, man. Shoot, we work with Struggle to Love, man. On one TikTok video, we got it to be known internationally. I hit like 200,000 views on a TikTok video one time.
Dang.
Yeah, and so like we was able to reach a lot of people, which created more of a platform for the organization right down the street to be able to reach people internationally in Germany, Australia. It was a really cool accomplishment.
That's big.
Yeah, it was a great accomplishment. I love that. Man, I've done a plethora of different things in marketing. We've created websites. I think I really like creating websites. It's my favorite, to be honest, and consulting. Yeah, I mean, even with my own platform, this is how I know it works. I've done it myself. On my own platform on Facebook, like I've gotten 5 million views on a video, 3 million views. Like I had to literally restart my page because I did something stupid and fell for a scammer.
Yeah.
And I was 19 years old. He was like, every time you post, we'll give you $2,000. I was like, really? And so since I was greedy and broke, I took the bait, and he hacked my page and deleted it. So I had to start over from scratch. And so I had like maybe 70,000 followers on there. So I restarted my page. I got like 13K right now. And I went viral within probably 2 months of having it. I think the most viewed video on there is like 700,000 views. You know what I'm saying? And so I just figured out a formula that works for me and for other people to be able to create a large value of views on their content. But the reason I don't brag about that is because I'm not where I want to be yet. So it don't mean nothing to me. Until I'm where I'm at. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have $700,000 than 700,000 views. It don't mean anything.
For real. So what's like, if I was interested in doing this, what's the packages and pricing?
Oh, that's on our website, man. You know what I'm saying?
Plug that website.
Oh, for sure. It's Young Act, YOUNGACT media.com.
Yes, sir.
YoungActMedia.com. You go on there, schedule a thing. Hey, and if you're really about that, you don't trust us, we can work with you for free. I ain't got nothing to lose. I will prove my worth to you. But we're going to have to sign a contract, though. But I will prove my worth to you.
How you plan to scale the business?
Right now, man, how I'm scaling the business is just creating a larger clientele, building a portfolio. It's all about portfolio building. It's relationships. If I get you, and I get him, and I get him, and that man knows somebody who knows somebody in Walmart or Target, all it takes is one big clientele. And then guess what? If I'm marketing for Target, I'm chilling. And then I could be able to get exactly. So it's creating a smaller network in order to create a larger network. So it's not about money right now. It's all about results, relationships, and creating that clientele to create referrals. The 3 R's: results, relationships, referrals.
Let's go.
Come on now.
What is your biggest challenge in this business?
My biggest challenge right now is just the hiccups. We messed up. Fuck, this person's lying. Damn, I hate this person lied on me and is trying to find a cheap way to get their money back. Like, oh man.
It's so common.
Yeah. Oh man, this person did me dirty. He didn't pay me. Oh, this person said he was gonna sign, but actually didn't sign. Just somebody today. I had a consultant agreement with somebody. He said, "Hey, I don't got the money to pay you." You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck?
Why we go through all this thing?
Exactly. So that happens all the time, and I hate it. But I don't care because I'm gonna take care of business. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Bad. All right. So we talked about your background. We talked about music. We talked about the marketing company. I'm about to ask you some random questions.
For sure.
This is how we always wrap up every interview.
Let's get it.
Favorite place to visit?
Favorite place to visit? Damn. Probably our family home on the east side. It's probably my favorite place to visit.
What block?
26th and Elizabeth.
I'm 32nd in Race.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
We family, neighbors.
You feel me? Favorite place to record music?
Studio.
Which
Struggle
one?
with Love studio up the block.
Oh, in the building.
Yep.
With I and Keisha.
Yep.
Yeah. Your craziest experience you ever had as an activist, like out here?
Oh man, bro. Dang, I've never been asked this question before.
Gotcha.
Oh, I remember one time someone called me Donald Trump. Yeah. Like,
what?
Yeah, cause I was just talking about same thing we just talking about with like woman roles and gender. He was like, you're just like Donald Trump.
They were offended.
Yeah,
a little sensitive.
Crazy. I've been, people are posting me, went viral on social media, and in the comments they're calling me a homophobe and, a bunch of stuff. I've lost relationships. I think my craziest experience was I was doing this interview for, I think it was Vice magazine or something crazy, like something really big.
Yeah.
And pretty much like they looked on my page and I said that, I think that a black person can't be anti-Semitic when the people in Israel were originally black. It makes no sense. And I said that like on Twitter. I got like, you know, tweet went like viral, like semi-viral, got like 200 retweets, 1,000 like something. And they went on my Twitter page and they seen that and they were like, oh, you're anti-Semitic. And then I lost the interview. And they went to my house, they interviewed my sister, my family. It was crazy. I hated that. You remember that? Yeah, that was crazy.
They try to smear you?
Yeah, I hated that. And that happened before all this weird shit happened. That's why I was like, everything Kanye and all them going through, I've seen that already. It sucks. And you got to stand on your own integrity.
Yeah, that shit is very fucking weird. How can you be anti yourself?
Oh, man, I don't know.
How am I anti-me?
Man, we anti-Semitic in our music.
Why is you mad if I'm anti-me?
Man, if you talking about killing a nigga and taking his bitch, you anti-Semitic.
Right, right. Just Kanye
now you
anti-you. Right. Y'all fine with that?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It don't affect my money.
Exactly.
It don't
That's
affect,
what it's all about at the end of the day.
It don't affect, I know if I was white, I'd be doing the same thing.
Like, you fucking with the check.
Of course. Why would I want y'all on top?
Right, we got to order things. We're trying to shake it up.
I need to be on top. Man, the gay community and the Jewish community is two most powerful communities in the world.
Uh-huh. You better not offend them.
Boy.
You better not. If you got something going for yourself.
I don't know, them Arabs is pretty powerful too. Them Ishmaelites ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Them Arabs, yo, because remember South Park posted like a picture of Allah or whatever, and they had to blank him out because they said they was going to come kill the founders.
Muhammad or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't hold no image of them. They pretty powerful. They don't do propaganda twist and trying to tarnish your image. They'll be like, bro, let's just go kill your family.
Find you.
Yeah.
You out of there.
And if everybody believes them.
This for real.
They pretty powerful. I give it.
We ain't going to see it. We coming to your house.
They ain't no joke. They'll kill you for sure. Even the South Park creators, they super loose with it. They was like, nope, we
ain't going that route.
Deleted the episode.
That's a different type of danger. They don't even bother going to the news or trying to smear you.
Nah, they
about to smear your ass, all right.
Yeah, we gonna smear your ass to that pavement. Allah Akbar, bruh.
You about to be out of there fucking with Muhammad. All right, love or loyalty?
Damn. I actually say rationally, I would say love, because I don't see love as like this, like you know how they be like love is, what is it? What is the word they say? Love is unconditional.
Yeah.
They say love is unconditional. I don't believe that. I believe love is conditional. Because guess what? If your child loves you, he's gonna respect your rules, right? Because that's what love is. If you tell him, hey, I need you in bed at 9 o'clock, and if he loves you, what is he gonna do?
He's gonna be in that bed at 8:45.
Exactly. If your wife loves you, what is she gonna do?
She's gonna respect you.
She's gonna respect
your authority as a man.
She's gonna respect your authority as a man. Now, we got women out here who hate us, but will be loyal to us.
Yeah.
You see with Krayshawn and Blueface. She don't love him. She's loyal to him though. She'll do whatever, get tattoos, but she's a terrible wife. She ain't ready to be a wife. So the whole thing is loyalty creates dependency, but it doesn't create mental boundaries, right? While love creates boundaries. Love allows you to actually respect somebody. Love allows you, man, we loyal to each other on the block and lead us to prison.
Yeah.
But we don't love each other, because guess what? If we loved each other, hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to stop selling fucking dope.
Exactly.
You killing your people, you poisoning your people.
Exactly.
Love is more important because love takes away the boundaries. Like, it takes away those loyalty boundaries, like the block over everything. It's not true. You don't even own a house on here.
Really. When life gets tough, who's your crutch?
When life gets tough, it's the Bible, to be honest with you. But I don't read the Bible from a white man's perspective. When I read those lines, I see a black man's book. Yeah. Like, dude. Like, Jesus died a black man's death. Was lied on, betrayed by his brother. You know what I'm saying? Reputation tarnished. He was whipped. And then hung on a tree. What does that sound like?
That sounds like a damn slave who ran from the plantation.
That don't sound like a white man. I ain't never seen. Give me one example of a white man in history that's ever been whipped or hung.
Probably the ones that helped the niggas.
Oh,
that's
yeah?
probably it.
I would love to see a picture.
Right. I ain't seen one. I'm just speculating.
I would love to see a picture.
Maybe they hate niggas so much that when the white man help them, they hang him too.
They still killing people the same way they killed Jesus. And it ain't the white people they doing that to.
Wow. Where this at? I didn't get to reading.
Well, man, you could read the new Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, and the Bible tells you in Acts 5:31. You know what I'm saying? That he was hung on a tree. Like, man, you could read that Stamped from the Beginning. I love that book. That book is hard. It goes into like a meritocracy and the Democrats versus the Republicans. It's a dope book.
Yeah.
You could read damn, what's that one book? Forgot the name. Russian Iconoclasms.
I'm gonna make this a new random question.
Babylon to Timbuktu.
Yeah, never heard of that.
Yeah. There's a lot of books you could read that just goes into the history of who we are. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy is like when you look in the Middle East, like Northern Africa, because that's what it's called. The Middle East has only been a made up term for like the last 150 years.
Yeah.
Like originally that was all Africa. Anyways, long story short, it's crazy how in the dead smack middle of Northern Africa and Middle East, there's a group of white people, and then everywhere around them is black. Sounds like they were conquered.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, where the hell y'all come from?
Where the hell y'all come from? Did you know that in Israel they have the second highest skin cancer rates in the entire world?
Because they're supposed to be over there.
Because it's not their land.
Exactly.
If they was the chosen people, why they getting skin cancer? You know they definitely wasn't in Egypt. They wasn't the ones building the pyramids. Hell nah, bro. It don't make no sense.
No. All right. I got a couple more randoms.
I gotta go with all tangents.
Yeah, this is totally off. Celebrity crush.
Oh man. Coco Jones. If I was older in my 50s, it'd be like Pam Grier.
No.
I like Angela Davis. If I was really older, I like Erica Lachey. Kelly Rowland probably. I love Kelly Rowland.
You got a celebrity crush for every damn generation. That's the new one. I can go back 100 years if you want me to.
I didn't know it was unintentional though. That's the thing. Hey, I didn't even mean that.
You got one for every generation.
For real. That's funny as hell.
All right, chicken or seafood?
Chicken.
Who's your biggest critic?
Me, probably.
Malcolm or Martin?
Jesus. But Malcolm though, probably.
Your biggest joy you experienced this year?
Oh man, that's a good one. Probably not dying.
You had some close calls?
I got hit by a semi truck.
In a car or just hit?
In my car. I got hit by a semi. You want to see the pictures? Man.
Send it to me. We'll put them on the screen.
Yeah, for sure. Right here.
Damn.
Yeah, I got hit by a semi truck.
Where at?
On I-70, headed from working out with one of my partners. Yeah, I got hit by a semi truck. I should have died. You know what I'm saying? But because there was like an air bubble pocket in my car, I was knocked out on impact. You know, I'm in a court case right now for it. I got hit like really bad. I was in the hospital. I had a concussion, like a double grade concussion, herniated disc. I just had injections procedure on my back yesterday.
Oh, they're gonna pay up.
And then I had surgery on my shoulder. I was in a sling for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I went MIA for like probably 4 or 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't able to legally post online. You know, so. Yeah. And so during that time, I was so depressed and fucked up. I was making music.
So you was rebuilding.
Yeah.
Man.
And so, you know, from that's when I started understanding I had another creative touch. I was doing it before, but I started really doing it during that time.
That's crazy. I did not have no idea.
Yeah. So that was probably the best thing that happened is I was able to survive another day. The Lord had mercy on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That black guy in the sky was like, we got you though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Was it like a company or like a?
Yeah, it was a JB Hunt.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pay up.
Yeah, they got like 28,000 trucks around the country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna be straight.
And if they don't, I'm still gonna be straight.
Yeah. But I think they are though. You definitely gonna be able to scale now.
We'll see. My lawyer ain't playing, and I found my lawyer online too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
He found me. He was like, "Yo, we want." He's like one of the best lawyers in the city, cause I was posting online, being consistent with my. You know, he's the whitest of white lawyers you could possibly find. But he's good though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
As long as he plays his role right.
Exactly.
All right. What's the very first thing you do when you wake up?
Oh man, check my phone.
That's like the answer 90% of the time.
Yeah, I wish I could lie about that. I wish I could say I'm different, but I'm not.
Top 3 artists of all time, any genre.
Michael Jackson, Drake, and Gil Scott-Heron. Probably. Maybe James Brown.
Nobody say James Brown.
Maybe James Brown.
James Brown was ill.
Yeah, like because of his influence. You know, without James Brown, I don't think you'd have a Jackson or a Chris Brown. Like real talk, like you know, oh, man, who made that one song? A change is gonna come. What's his name? Sam Cooke.
Yo.
Sam Cooke. Like he's called to any of them because their music was so revolutionary and genre bending. They came at a time no one was doing that. I would probably say one of them 3 for sure, for the 3rd spot, but for sure Michael Jackson and Drake, no question.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is the greatest artist to ever live in modern history. And then for sure, you know how, fuck all that, Beethoven, bro. That black man, Beethoven. Beethoven number 3. That man was deaf playing the piano.
How's that even?
Beethoven.
How's that even possible?
Beethoven, bro. And he was black. He was listening to the rhythm. He's like on some Helen Keller stuff.
Okay.
Hey, I heard. So this person was like, we they was like, so Helen Keller was allegedly a racist, right? And mind you, she's deaf and KC.
But she's a racist.
She was smelling niggas.
Like, smell like nigga in here.
Cocoa butter.
Shea butter. You can smell like fried chicken in here.
I see that on Instagram. I was like,
hell no.
Boy, what you got, Sheen? Smells like twang in here. I was just like, how, bro?
Finish this sentence.
No, nigga.
Finish this sentence. If I didn't have art, I would.
Not be educated.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be No, if I didn't have art, I wouldn't be articulate. Because that's the root word of art, articulation.
That's a bar. That's a bar. All right. This is the portion of the interview where it's not really the interview. I just tell you talk your shit. That's when you look into the camera and say whatever it is you gotta say. You can promote whatever you want to promote. Shout out who you want to shout out. The floor is yours. Talk your shit.
Shout out Just Tim, my engineer. Yeah. Shout out my father. Shout out the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? And all praises to the Lord for allowing me to be here another day. And make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Young Activist. And please follow my journey. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really support my journey, donate. You know what I'm saying? Donate here and donate to me. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to make it out here. You know what I'm saying? Show support. Boom.
Yes, sir. I'm Vic Carter. This is Young Activist. This has been another episode. It was good.
Boom.
Hey.
Typically chase you when you doing something, you tryna ball. Motherfuckers just mad that down they elevating, they fell off.